Alright, Assalamualaikum everyone. So I'm making a very short video, and the purpose of making this is just to let you know about a slight update for AKU entry test 2021. Now, the video that I have made on this topic previously stated that in the entry test you have 15 questions for chemistry, 15 for biology, 15 for physics, 20 for math reasoning, and 20 for scientific reasoning. Now, this was the case for the entry test in 2020. However, there has been a slight change by the AQ administration. Or अब आपके instead of having 15 MCQs in chemistry, biology, and physics, you will actually have 20 each. तो अब आपके पास 20 chemistry, 20 biology, and 20 physics हैं. Now, all of this needs to be done in a time period of 2 hours. Initially भी आपके पास 2 hours ही थे, जब पहले आपके पास basically जब previously आपके पास 15 MCQs थे, यानी कि if I were to talk about the 2020 version, there were a total of 85 questions which had to be solved in 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. However, now, as for 2021, now you have almost 100 questions जो कि आपने solve करने हैं in 2 hours. So, this definitely means that the test has been made more challenging. और इसके पीछे reasons क्या? I'll go to that in a minute, but do keep these changes in mind. Now, for example, इसमें one more thing that I would like to highlight is that इनका आपस में cumulative बनता है of math and scientific reasoning. And for the year of 2021, what I'm basically predicting is this to be almost 70%. ठीक है, ये usually it ranges from 65 to 75%, but this year I do believe the test won't be as easy, and therefore you can expect a cumulative of almost 70%. ठीक है, जिसका मतलब ये बनता है कि you should be getting at least, if these are 40 questions, then you should be getting at least 28 questions right out of 40. ठीक है, so ये आपके जहन में होना चाहिए. अच्छा, उसके बाद we have chemistry, biology, and physics. Now, इनका cumulative, I'm expecting it to be in the 60s. Now, 60s में it can go from 60 to 70%, anywhere in between. Usually ये cumulative आपका 60% से 70% के दरमियान में ही vary करता है, but for this year, I'm expecting it to be almost, you can say 64, 65%. The reason being that the test has definitely been made slightly more challenging because of the added number of MCQs and the same amount of time. अच्छा, और इसके अलावा what you should be aiming to score over here should be, at least if these are 60 MCQs, let me do the math. You should be getting 39, yes. So you should be getting at least 39 out of 60 questions right over here. So this is as for the update on the AQ entry test. Now, if you're wondering कि उन्हें ऐसा क्यों किया है, there are a couple of reasons why they would have actually decided to do this. Now, first of all, see, a university is very famous, yes, because of its reputation, but reputation also comes from how selective you are. So हार्वर्ड में अगर किसी का एडमिशन हो जाता है तो उसको एक बहुत बड़ी चीज़ समझा जाता है, बिकॉज it's just such a selective university, and so is AKU, and therefore AKU is actually regarded very high in medical colleges because of how difficult it is to get in. Now it seems like that AKU is taking these stakes even higher than before, और उसमें university में although number of seats उतनी हैं, which are basically 100 every year, but the difficulty to get a seat is, I personally believe this, again it's my opinion, that it has been raised. Now there are few reasons why this is the case. देखें, पहले होते थे आपके पास 15 questions each होते थे. अब उसमें देखें, वैसे आपको पता है कि नेगेटिव मार्किंग होती है इस टेस्ट के अंदर, ठीक है, दैट समथिंग यू शुड कीप इन माइंड. हाउएवर, जब आपके पास 15 MCQs each थे in chemistry, biology, and physics, it meant that less content was being questioned alright. So less content was being questioned, and then at the same time the chances of luck were actually more. अब इससे मेरी क्या मुराद है? So what this means is that let's say you have 15 questions, right? अब उन 15 questions में अगर आप let's say 8 questions आपको पता है आपने किए ही ठीक है, और इसमें से let's say आप 4 पे guess करते हैं, और लेट्स से वो तुक्के आप लगा लेते हैं और वो लग जाते हैं आपके, और बाकी जो रिमेनिंग 3 क्वेश्चंस हैं यू बेसिकली लीव देम एम्प्टी, ऑलराइट, you don't even attempt them. So you have 12 out of 15, which I believe is almost more than 70%, ठीक है, ये almost 80% पे हम चले जाते हैं. तो this basically means you have passed the test with a good margin, alright. So यहाँ पर वो जो 4 guesses आपने लगाए हैं उनने आपकी काफ़ी हेल्प की है. However, now that there are 20 questions per section, एक तो content भी ज़्यादा question हो रहा है from the AKU syllabus, and secondly आप इतने guesses नहीं लगा सकते. Now let's say, alright, let's assume that out of these 20 you do get 10 of them right, ठीक है, that's already a 50%. However, वो जो बाकी remaining 10 questions हैं, now you have to be very critical कि आप इनमें से कितने questions को second guess करेंगे और कितना को छोड़ेंगे. Because remember that there's negative marking for every question you get wrong. 1.25 marks will be deducted. तो यहाँ पर अब आपकी guess करने का margin, यानी आपकी जो जिसको हम तुक्का कहते हैं या लक चलने की बात है, वो काफ़ी हद तक minimize हो जाता है. So AKU is actually making sure that the students who clear this entry test are in fact those जो जिन्हें particularly इस test के लिए पढ़ा हो, जिनको वाकई में पता हो what they are actually doing or what they're actually applying in a particular question. They're not just guessing their way through the paper. So वो जो chances of luck हैं वो reduce हो चुके हैं, और content जो है वो अब ज़्यादा you can say कि test किया जाएगा. However, there is one benefit of all of this, and that is basically कि देखिए अगर आप पहले अगर आप let's say when you used to get even 2 questions wrong, it used to have a lot of a big impact on your cumulative percentage, क्योंकि 15 MCQs का मतलब है कि every question counts. So definitely even if you get 1 or 2 questions wrong, उसका जो आपका impact पड़ता था on the cumulative, that was a lot. However, now that there are 20 MCQs, you can expect that सेकेंड गेसिंग में अगर आप सेकेंड गेसिंग तो नहीं कहना चाहिए, लेकिन लेट्स से आपका एक क्वेश्चन या 2 क्वेश्चन गलत हो जाते हैं तो उसका जो ओवरऑल इम्पैक्ट आएगा आपके क्यूमुलेटिव स्कोर पे वो कम हो जाएगा बिकॉज ऑफ द इंक्रीज नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, एंड देयरफॉर पर क्वेश्चन द परसेंटेज रिड्यूसेस. सो इसका ये भी मतलब है कि कंटेंट ज़्यादा कवर हो रहा है, आपको ज़्यादा कंटेंट आएगा पेपर में, एंड इट ऑल्सो मीन्स दैट द चांसेस ऑफ लक आर रिड्यूस, सो द चांसेस ऑफ गेटिंग अ क्वेश्चन राइट मेनली बिकॉज ऑफ सेकेंड गेसिंग विल बी रिड्यूस्ड. बट इट ऑल्सो मीन्स कि अगर इफ़ यू नो व्हाट यू डूइंग और आपकी गलती से 1-2 क्वेश्चन गलत हो भी जाते हैं, दैट ऑल्सो मीन्स दैट इट वोंट हैव अ ह्यूज इम्पैक्ट on your cumulative score. So these are just in my opinion the reasons why this might have been done. बाकी information आपके सामने, I just wanted to give you this slight update because in the last video I don't want you to be misguided कि पिछली वीडियो में क्योंकि 15 each लिखा हुआ है तो इस दफ़ा भी 15 each है, rather it's 20 each. So keep that in mind and I'll see you soon. खुदा हाफिज़.